Woonsocket.
Good morning and welcome to Coffee Ann, the longest-running panel discussion show in American radio. To make a comment or ask a question of the panel, call 401-766-1240 or email coffee@woonsocket.com. And now, let's join the Coffee Ann panel.
And a good morning to you. It is Coffee Ann time here on ON AM and FM. It's Tuesday morning. It's July the 22nd. My name's Joe Callahan. Around the coffee and table, we'll say hi to Linda Tebow. Hi, Linda.
Good morning.
Good morning to you. And former mayor of the town of Cumberland, Bill Murray, is here. Hi, Bill.
Good morning, Joe. How are you?
Good, thank you. Ed Carew could not make it here today. So filling in admirably.
So I'm Ed Carew?
You're Ed Carew.
Okay.
So how are things in the stock market,
I was
Bill?
going to say, you have to know those answers, right?
Bad one to ask that question.
Everything's fine. Our first segment sponsor of the Coffee Ann program today is the Carew Investment Group.
Are you retired or retiring soon? That's great. Congratulations. You may be retiring, but your money can't afford to retire. I'm Ed Carew of the Carew Investment Group at 2190 Mendon Road, Suite 3, Cumberland, Rhode Island. At the Carew Investment Group, we offer personal investment management of client money, especially from the proceeds of their 401k distribution after they leave the workforce. So to find out more about our services and for professional management of your investments, call Ed or Paul Carew at 765-8880. Securities are offered through Bolton Global Capital, member FINRA and SIPC, and advisory services offered through Bolton Global Asset Management, a registered investment advisor.
It's Coffee Ann on ON AM and FM. Thanks for joining us this morning. So, Bill wouldn't, I don't know if you know the... You've asked me this question in the past, but I used to get asked this question quite a bit when I worked for the Pawtucket Red Sox and the Worcester Red Sox. Is Joe, why do you work with them? Why do you do this besides liking the game? I said because every year something would happen that I've never seen before, and I always look forward to something like that happening. And but last night, I don't know if you stayed up to watch the end of the Boston Red Sox game.
Yes.
The interference?
Interference.
Never ever seen it before. Walk off win on a catcher's interference where the batter didn't swing.
He didn't swing.
Amazing.
Dave said the same thing. My husband said the same thing. Yeah.
I go, we're going to lose the game because he gets first base. His bases were loaded. I said the game's over, and he clearly hit the catcher's glove. Now this is what's funny.
Even close.
But he wasn't swinging.
No, he came. He started to, and he held up.
The
But the catcher's Navarro's glove was out there to catch the ball, and his bat banged into the mitt.
I think the catcher felt that he wasn't going to swing.
That's probably it. So I can go out and get it.
That was the reaction.
Yeah.
He's a good catcher.
Yeah.
And even though I'm not a Red Sox fan.
But this is funny, Linda, because Bill coached me in Little League Baseball, and I was a catcher, and one of his things was, Joe, will you move up? I was too far back because I didn't want to get hit by the bat, by the batted ball.
You weren't the only one.
I'm sure I wasn't. You're too far behind home plate. You have to move up because your pitcher can't make it all the way to your glove. Yeah. But this is what separates the good catchers from the much better catchers, especially at that age, Bill. Because when they would swing, of course the bat's now coming over your head, and it's jarring. Yeah. And so, and to me, you end up closing your eyes. Well, as a catcher, you really can't do that.
No,
you have no idea where the ball's going. But either you can figure that out, or you can't, and that's why I went to first base. Because I cannot stop myself from closing my eyes as the catcher, and I'm like, this isn't good.
So the funny part of that story, because he just came up to visit me, my oldest son, Bill. You remember Bill?
Yeah.
Bill said this to me before. Do you know I hated catching because I put him in as a catcher also. Yeah. He said, I've always hated catching and I still hate catching. He's 60 years old. I said, oh, so I abused you way back then? So I probably abused you too, Joe, by yelling about moving up because now the pitcher's trying to throw too fast because he wants to get the ball to the catcher.
Yeah, especially at that. Yeah, especially
the catchers are backing up.
Yeah.
Like Joe.
I liked catching. It was you were involved in you're involved in every play.
Sure you
So
are. Yeah.
it kept
One of
your
the best
interest.
positions.
Yeah, and I had the umpires telling me to move up.
Yeah, yeah. Well, they want to get close.
Well,
to it,
they
too.
want to see the ball
Yeah.
coming over
Yeah,
the
right,
plate,
yeah,
and they say
yeah.
you're too far back. But I don't want to get hit by the bat.
I forgot about that. Now you mention it.
Yeah. So
But
all
that
right. So
was
that's what
weird.
happened last night.
It did,
Wow.
and it was. That wasn't intentional, and he didn't even swing the bat.
Yeah, he
So-
was going to,
No.
but he decided not to.
He
because
held up.
It was
He held up,
it was a
yeah,
little high,
yeah.
but his bat still came in contact with the glove.
Yeah, no, I saw that.
So therefore, it's the catcher's fault.
Well, it's funny.
That's it.
Is it-
My daughter came in
Mm-hmm.
with her family just to say hello, so I put the sound off on the game.
Yep.
I'm watching the game, and I'm kind of talking to them and half, my eye, and I see Philadelphia celebrate. And I'm going, I didn't see
What
a
happened?
hit.
A hit or anything?
I didn't see a hit or anything.
There was no
like
wild
that.
pitch.
So
There was
when
no
they
one.
had left,
Yeah.
I kept it
Oh,
on,
you put
and they
it-
showed the
yeah.
replay.
Yeah.
Because I think my phone went off
Yeah.
and said an interference call.
Yeah.
And I said, an interference call? Never heard about it.
Yeah.
And then all of a sudden,
Yep.
it's like, well, yeah, you could see it clearly.
Well,
Oh,
you clear,
sure.
well, Dave was a catcher.
Oh, okay. So
Dave
he,
was
so
a
he knows.
catcher, and he said it right away. And I'm
Yeah.
like,
What's catcher's
but-
interference?
Well, no, I saw it though, but I
Okay.
didn't know you called it that.
Yeah.
I didn't know.
Yeah, yeah.
I
It's
didn't-
actually an error on the
on the
catcher.
catcher. I
It's
know.
It's an
I
E2.
know. It's yeah, and he said it right away, and he said, "Here we go. They're going to score the end." He said, "The game's over."
The game's over.
He said, "The game's over." He called it right away. Yeah.
My wife's like, "Well, why is the game over?"
Because
I said, because he gets first base.
Because-
It's bases loaded. The guy from
Bases
third come
loaded.
on
Yeah.
home. Game's
Aye,
over.
aye, aye.
All right, so that's what happened
They should never have
last
loaded
night.
the bases.
Well,
the
that too.
That's the bottom line.
That's
Well,
about, yeah.
You got the guy in second already,
Right.
and then there was a pass ball
Yeah.
or a wild pitch
Yeah.
Wild
that got him
pitch.
over to
Yeah,
third,
got him
Yeah.
over to-
and then they walked and
Walked a
and
couple
walked
of
and like that.
others,
So
yeah.
I'm like, oh yeah, bases loaded and no outs. This
Yeah.
doesn't look good at all.
No.
All right, other things going on. When Socket makes the news, not in a good way. At least he went far away to do his crime, his alleged crime. And when Socket Man's been arrested and charged with threatening employees, he went to Dartmouth, Massachusetts. It's a long way to drive.
Yep.
To a smoke shop down there and threatened the employees, said he was going to kill him if he didn't get the money with a knife. Pulls out a knife. Police say Mohammed Sheikh is charged in connection with a July 18th incident at the King Smoke Shop on State Road in Dartmouth. Sheikh then allegedly took the cash register, $700 in the cash register. It's a pretty good amount of money. Usually don't have that much cash, but it's a smoke shop, so maybe
Right.
they just deal in cash. And so he fled in a vehicle. He got all the way to Providence, where
Yeah,
he
they got
was
him in Providence,
where he was
yeah.
picked up, charged with armed robbery, assault with a dangerous weapon, and other offenses. So
Yeah.
He's in trouble.
he's in trouble. Yep. Okay. So
They got him for attempted murder because he threatened.
well, he threatened to kill
Exactly.
people.
Kill him.
Yeah.
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 So once you say that,
Well,
now you're in
you know.
trouble.
That's interesting. You go all the way from Woonsocket to Dartmouth to a smoke shop.
Yeah, a
Yeah.
smoke shop gets me, but I can understand if, not being a criminal, so I'm not sure my mentality goes
All
that
right,
way.
tell us about that.
But get out of town and go somewhere that. And Dartmouth, by the way, used to be a little place. It's not a little place anymore. It's I have relatives in Fall River, so Dartmouth you never even heard of before, but Dartmouth
That's where you go shopping.
has built up. Yeah,
Yeah.
no, it's built up. It's
yeah.
not small.
Yeah, yeah, well,
So
yeah.
that's the, do you do that? It's close to 195. So
Yeah.
now
Oh, okay.
I'm
Get on the
thinking
highway.
as a
Okay.
criminal.
away.
No, I was going to say, no, he's really
now
talking
I'm starting to,
How do you get away fast
Making
and get out?
sense
Got to get
now.
out of town.
and you
So there you
get
go.
away as far away from Woonsocket and do your crime.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So you
But
won't.
the other shock to
charge
it
him
is,
here.
is he that bad off? Did he Did he
Well, I
think,
don't know.
Did he
It
think he
doesn't
was
go
going to
far.
get?
Does it
no.
say
If you're going to do that,
he
why don't
is-
you do it for more money?
He's and I saw it in another story. He's 40 years old. So I don't know why he did this. I don't know if it's a career thing or not. So we'll see. Other thing going on in Woonsocket, they had a the city council is also the alcohol licensing
Yeah,
board in
sure,
the
most
city. So they had a
cities,
4-hour
yeah.
meeting
Yeah.
last night.
Our council, Cumberland had the same thing.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah,
yeah,
same
Woonsocket-
thing,
they-
North Smithfield, sure. Most
Okay.
of the councils.
They had a
yeah.
4-hour public meeting last night to talk about David's Kitchen. David Kitchens is over on North Main Street on the corner of Winter and North Main.
Yeah. Oh, okay.
Okay.
Yes.
All right.
It used to be
Well, it used to be Christopher's. It
Christopher's.
used
No,
to be something else.
Christopher's,
Yeah.
Christopher's,
Yeah.
right.
The restaurant, right?
It is a restaurant.
Yeah,
Yep.
right, yeah.
But they finally came down and said Davis Kitchen has lost its liquor license for 2 days.
What?
This coming Friday and Saturday. Well, numerous police problems and liquor license violations.
Underage drinking, I'll bet.
Yeah, that I heard. I also heard after hours
after all.
drinking, which is another liquor license violation. 4 hours. That's a long. That's a long meeting.
long meeting.
We're gonna have Chief Oates with us on the Coffee and program on Thursday, so we'll ask him a bit about that. Is 2 days enough? Is that in Cumberland, Bill? What did the what were the punishments there?
I was actually a liquor commissioner my first time on the council, and you got to be very thorough. I don't say full because I wasn't there, so I don't know, but you've got to allow everybody to testify. It's so legally involved. It varies. It really, you've got to look at, is this the first time it ever happened? If it's multiple times, what were they? How cooperative you were with the police. There's a whole kind of litany of questions you could ask. So it's hard not knowing all the facts, whether it is or it isn't. But you've got to do a thorough job because it's, again, all this legality.
Yeah.
Is that as soon as you do it and they want to come after you, then now you've got to hire lawyers and so you usually try to get it, if it's not really a serious crime, you have to really try to get it done, get your statement out. Really what the punishment is a statement.
Yeah.
Don't do it.
Yeah.
Again. Yeah.
Don't you agree, Ellen?
Well,
Yeah.
absolutely.
Same thing in the
yeah,
hospital,
Sure.
Linda?
Yeah.
No, that's what you want to do. It's a fine line you're walking.
It is.
Yeah.
It is.
Did you have to close down any businesses in North Smithfield when you were administrator?
Not during my time
No?
as town administrator, but
As city council?
on the council, yes, I remember that there was an issue, and
Same kind of violations?
yeah,
Okay.
yeah, and not once did it happen.
Oh, okay.
but
It keeps happening, huh?
a couple
Yeah.
times, yeah. So you have to be a little
Well,
more
I have a
stern.
good
Yeah.
one that
All right.
that happened to me. I got a call from Chief Jamaris, who was an outstanding police chief, and he goes, Mayor, he said, we've had an underage person going around, and we've got a couple of places that we've
Oh, that
caught,
worked for the
caught
police?
them under.
When he worked for the police department?
No, he was the chief for me. But
I know, but the underage person
the underage worked
was
for the police
undercover for the-
department and
okay.
undercover, and
Great-
they of course
great
come
idea.
back and they
Yeah.
give him a
report, yeah.
Well, one of them was Mickey's Strip Joint in Cumberland.
G's, okay, yeah.
Mickey's in. I don't think it's Mickey. Mickey D's is also the chowder place, so be careful.
Oh, you're right.
Yeah, no.
But Mickey's, I know what
but
you're
it's
talking
Mickey's.
about.
Anyway, I go, yeah. He says, well, I think you and I should go to check this out further because we didn't do it. So let me, in case anybody's listening from that remembers it
thorough
back in Cumberland,
investigation.
I first said, do what? He said, yeah, I think we should go check it out. And then it dawned on me. I said, you're really pulling my leg. Go in for this. So that was my undercover.
Do you know where this place is in Cumberland?
I
Linda?
don't.
It's
Right
in
on the border.
It's on the border of like South Attleboro and Cumberland, and it's in the weirdest place because it's surrounded by homes.
Yeah.
It's
Really?
Oh yeah, it's well, it was bigger years ago.
Well, yeah.
It was even bigger was the.
my parents used to go to this place. It was a VFW
Yeah,
hall.
we went there.
Yeah.
we went. It was. Well, I wouldn't say great entertainment.
Well,
it was kind of and then
More on
this,
the burlesque
and
side,
this-
going
yeah.
way back.
Oh, yeah.
Okay,
They
all right.
They had some, but no, a lot of Cumberland people did go to that when it was the old FEI.
Yeah, FEI. That's it.
FEI.
FEI club.
Yeah, I remember.
But it's weird. There's a bunch of duplexes.
Yep.
Really?
Around it, and then right in the
residential?
middle is this club. It's bizarre.
Wow.
But you know what? In 4 years as mayor, you
Never-
say that
never
I
an issue.
never had an issue with like noise.
Yep.
They ran it. I forget the guy that ran it. I didn't really know him, but they ran a very strict place. because that would have been automatic to have complaints
Well,
left
sure,
and right,
noise,
Sure.
right? And
Noise.
You would
yeah.
think so.
never had. I never had.
No.
At least they didn't come to me and say, we got a
Wow.
problem.
Oh, I'm sure they would've.
Yeah, oh, I know. You know better than this.
They would've let you know.
Absolutely.
Same here in Woonsocket.
Yeah.
Look at the place over on Front Street.
Right.
I've asked Chief Oates, I've asked Chief Carey before. Any problems over there? There's never an issue.
No. No.
Well, that's great.
Well, they're
There's
smart, Joe, because they don't want to.
Can't lose your liquor
They-
license. You can't
exactly.
lose your entertainment license. You
Right.
can
Even if
lose
they-
money.
And if you close down, if you think about it, for 1 or 2 days,
Yeah,
just like they
You
just
lose
did,
Yeah.
there's
yeah.
a lot of money
money.
that
Mm-hmm.
they don't make that much.
That doesn't come back.
That's right.
All right, we're going to take a break here on the Coffee and program. More is coming your way, and this portion of Coffee has been sponsored by the Carew Investment Group.
They say in business you don't last very long if you don't know what you're doing. And if that's the case, we must know a thing or two at the Carew Investment Group because we've been in the business since 1987, helping people just like you with their investments. At the Carew Investment Group, we employ a conservative approach to client portfolios by using only the best quality companies available, many of which pay quarterly dividends. We look for opportunities that we expect to go up in value not every day, but over time. And we take our responsibilities seriously and always place our clients first in any investment decision. If you'd like to know more or would like a free portfolio review of your current holdings, you can call Paul or Ed at 765-8880. Our office is located at 2190 Mendon Road, Suite 3 in Cumberland, Rhode Island, and we'd love to meet you and see if we can help you with your investing journey. Securities offered through Bolton Global Capital, member FINRA and SIPC, and advisory services offered through Bolton Global Asset Management, a registered investment advisor.
This is ON Radio.
WIC is a supplemental nutrition program that plays a crucial role in improving the health and well-being of children by providing families with access to healthy foods, nutritional education, and other essential services. WIC programs help improve the long-term health outcomes of mothers and children by ensuring all eligible families have access to cost-free nutrition resources they need to thrive. If you or someone you know could benefit from WIC, go to health.ri.gov/WIC. Sponsored by the Rhode Island Broadcasters Association.
When you're hiring, have you ever felt like you're missing out on meeting great candidates? Well, they're not hard to find when you go to ZipRecruiter. ZipRecruiter helps 10 million people with their job search every day. People who are actively looking for jobs like yours. So it's easy to find the right person fast. 4 out of 5 employers who post on ZipRecruiter get a quality candidate within the first day. Try ZipRecruiter for free at ZipRecruiter.com/free. That's ZipRecruiter.com/free.
When you first saw her, she was out walking her dog. You didn't notice her at first. But when you finally did, it was too late. Because at that moment, you were speeding. She was out walking her dog and only had a second to let go of the leash. Your foot was on the gas, and her life was on the line. Speeding catches up with you. Paid for by
The
NHTSA.
Coffee and Panel is enjoying coffee from Down East Coffee Roasters. All their coffee is roasted right here in Rhode Island. Down East Coffee Roasters is available at all Little General stores.
You hear it all on ON Radio.
It's Coffee and on ON. Thanks for joining us. Joe Callahan here with Linda Tebow and Bill Murray. Ed Crew could not be with us this week. So they had a little excitement up the road at Southwick Zoo. Ever been to Southwick Zoo?
I have.
Yes, I used
Okay,
to love
they have
Southwick,
what they
yeah.
call their safari ride, and I've been on the safari ride.
Yeah.
It's like a big triangle,
Yeah.
out and back.
I don't think I've ever been on it, but
Yeah.
It broke down yesterday with people on it,
Not good.
and they had to be rescued by the fire department.
took over an hour.
Yes, and so now, at some points, you're hanging over
Right.
The
the
animals.
wild animals at part of this ride. That's the attraction to be on this ride.
Well, sure.
You can be above these large
right.
animals. They have absolutely no way of getting to you because it's such a high. You're so high up in the air, but it's a little disconcerting if you're stopped and you're above them and say, how do we get out of here? Kind of thing.
They
But
had the ladder trucks in there.
Yeah.
Stretched out.
as far as it can go.
In fact, one picture I saw, the fireman looked like a young kid, probably 8 or 9, trying to come back. They have to back down the ladder, so it's not easy to come down.
No.
It's not like turn around and just walk down the
yeah,
stairs.
yeah.
No, you got to back down.
And but that's the second time it's happened.
Its head's
Yeah.
broken down.
Yeah, I remember
Yeah,
it's happened before.
Just listening last night, they said 3 or 4 years ago
Yeah.
they had an oil leak and had to shut it right down.
Oh, okay.
So,
They didn't say what caused it this time?
No, I don't think
Okay.
they knew.
And if you, because I did this because I was a volunteer firefighter for some time in my teens, when you're backing down those fire ladders,
Yeah,
they're not stable.
No.
At the top, it bounces
Yeah.
up and down as you're coming down.
Oh, wow.
And it's like until you get closer to the truck, and then it's
Yeah.
more stable.
and they're high up.
And they are higher up,
Yeah.
and so as you take a step, it drops like 3 or 4 feet,
Oh.
and now it's bouncing. So
Oh,
it's
wow.
and especially as a small child,
Yeah.
it's not going to bounce as much, but it's still going to affect them. Hey, is this going to break? It feels like it's going to break
Yeah.
until you get used to it. But
Yeah.
and now you know, as you tell a small child, you have to keep going. you cannot stop.
Yeah.
So, but that's what took place at Southwick Zoo
Wow.
yesterday. All right, kudos go out, and I'm very happy about this because we had the story last week, and kudos go out to the parole board here in Rhode Island. And a man was up for parole, and 8 years ago he was sentenced to 25 years in prison, attempted murder, and with 25 years to serve and 45 on probation. But he was up for parole after 8 years. This is a man that confessed, by the way, to this. Bought a knife and said to the police, "I'm going to kill the first person I see." And he walked into it was either a Rite Aid or like that,
pharmacy.
and stabbed a 17-year-old girl
Yeah.
who was working there,
Right.
stocking the drinks.
Yeah.
Stabbed her multiple times. Did not kill her. And now he's up for parole. I said, this guy should never get out. And do you know how many members are on the parole board? Is it 5 or 7 or?
No, I think it's bigger than that.
Is it?
I'm
Okay.
not sure of the count, but I want to say
Okay.
it's probably 8, 9, maybe.
Okay.
Yeah.
They voted unanimously. I went
I'm
not to let
Well,
him
he got-
out.
Well, no.
Wait.
How 8 years?
I know.
No, he got 25 years
No,
To
but
serve.
to serve.
to serve, but he's
Right.
out for parole at 8.
No, well, it's I guess when they
They
go in
rehab
and
them.
they're good behavior, they can
Yeah.
apply.
How can
But
good
I agree
behavior-
with you.
I'm with you.
Well,
How can you have good behavior applying for somebody that tried to murder
Right.
someone?
Well, you talk about these people, they go to prison and, they've changed their life around and they've been rehabilitated.
Attempted murder.
I know. And
don't change.
and your intention was to murder somebody.
Well, that's what I mean.
And they go to prison and then I'm going to put this in quotes, they found God and they're a better person.
Yeah.
Right.
Well, the woman who's now 26,
Yeah.
she testified, keep him in.
Well, yeah.
She's still affected by this.
Of course she
She
is.
has-
She's
has
still
a
got
left
nightmares.
arm, can't use
She
it.
can't use her
No.
left hand because
Yeah.
of nerve damage.
Yeah.
It didn't go into any other detail. Does she still live at home with the parents? Can she work?
No, I didn't hear that, but
I didn't either.
She did make a statement. Well, they made the statement that if it wasn't for a couple of bystanders, she would have been
She'd
dead.
been
She would have been
dead,
killed.
yeah.
Okay.
They rushed in
and
to
helped her.
pull this guy away.
Yeah. No.
And so like he just, as Joe said, he did make the statement. I want to kill somebody.
Yeah.
So he was out to kill her.
Yeah.
And you imagine mentally what's
Yeah, where is he?
that girl?
Where is he now?
Yeah.
She still, loud noises, even just leaving the house. Is somebody else out there ready to come after me? Is he out there?
Yeah.
Kind of thing. It didn't say anything in the story I read about, did he apply for the parole? Is this an automatic thing? Did the family get involved and hire an attorney?
I'm sure he has.
And so
They normally, from what my understanding is that they have to apply, or his
Apply for
lawyers
it, yeah.
apply,
All
or
right.
whoever,
Yeah,
and they have to apply for it, and then they have to go through the. But I've seen cases where they've given parole to some of these people who shouldn't be out.
They shouldn't be out there.
Yeah.
And now they said he can reapply, I think, at
he
2030
can in 2030, 5 years from now.
2035 years from
So they
now.
gotta
No,
go through it.
only 5 years
That's
from now.
only 5.
I know.
He,
And it's still not part of his 25 years.
no, he tried to kill her.
Yeah.
So that'll
No,
be
I'm like-
13 years.
You know.
That's right.
So now he's
That's
got.
Now
what
he's
it is.
halfway through.
Yeah.
And
But
I'm
I
like-
know I get that good behavior thing. Maybe if you robbed a bank or
yeah.
you didn't have a
but that's
weapon,
not trying to
but
kill
not
somebody.
trying to kill somebody.
Especially in how brutal it was with the
right,
stabbing.
that's what I mean.
Over
That poor-
20 times.
That poor girl.
Yeah. So it's like,
Yeah.
so I'm very happy with the parole board.
Well, yeah.
Unanimous.
Yeah.
No,
Well,
you don't get parole.
I'll give you a little insight because I dealt
Okay.
with it when I was the president of the Rhode Island JCs. We did a lot of stuff at the ACI. They had a chapter there, and it was part of the deal. And I got to know, you get to know them pretty fast about certain things. And we helped a fellow from Woonsocket, Del Aubin, who owned a business here. We helped a kid who was in, not for stabbing, but was in prison. And smooth as silk and everything. And do you know the word con man?
Yeah.
Those guys are the biggest con men, and I dealt with them. And to make a long story short,
And they're good
this
at
guy
it.
came out. He gave him a job. He ended up stealing from him. He had a family, and that's why in Bellingham, and he had a family that's convict, and that's what Dell felt bad. Could come back, and you're on the right track. He left the family, and as soon as he got out. So I look back at my old life and I see this is things that happen. They're not all again they're
Not all
they're
rehabilitated.
con men.
Yeah.
No, they
just want to get out.
They'll put a show on.
Oh,
Absolutely.
of course.
Absolutely.
That's what it takes to get
It's
me out of
awful
here.
tough to figure it out.
It is. So I'm glad that
Yeah, we-
in this particular case, he stays at the ACI.
Absolutely.
At least for another 5 years. So,
And then some.
well, I hope so. But he's up for parole
That's
again in
ridiculous.
2030.
That's ridiculous. So that family now has to go through this again.
All
Again.
over again. Yeah,
We're going to do it
and-
every,
Every
every
5
5
years.
years now.
And that's the
Like-
thing,
yep.
the victim becomes a victim again,
Right.
again
Yeah.
and again, and
Because-
It's never Lisa. Yeah.
Because they're going to want her. She testified this time.
and again she will.
They're going to ask her again.
Yeah.
Should we let him out? I'm sure she's going to say no, and this is why. And so we're going to have to do this every 5 years.
Talk about PTSD, that poor girl.
Oh,
has
that's
got,
right.
You know.
All right, so Dave read this story, and I found it kind of amusing. Down in Barrington, they've put up some rules because e-bikes are becoming more and more popular. I wasn't aware of this. You have to be 16 to ride an e-bike because it's an authorized motorized vehicle. You don't need a license. It's like in that case it's like a regular bicycle, but according to Barrington, electric on their roads, electric bikes with motors more powerful than 750 watts, and that you could reach speeds of over 28 miles per hour, are then considered recreational vehicles and therefore cannot be driven on public roads. So how do you get to the bike path? Do you carry it? Do you put it in another vehicle? What if you don't have another vehicle?
They ride it on the roads. That's
I
the
know they
biggest-
do.
that's the
We'll
biggest
just
problem.
we'll just get away with it. We'll try to get away with it and not get caught.
Right.
Yeah, yeah. I have a thing about electric bikes. They get a bike to travel. It's not exercise.
Well, no.
No, and that's why you have the motor and
Yeah.
get those kids off those bikes anyways and make them pedal. And, because now they're saying the kids are not as healthy as they used to be.
Right.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Get them off those bikes, put them on a regular one and let them up. But they can cause accidents.
Oh, sure.
Well,
They can.
Did you see the story in Newport just the other day? They're looking for a rider. I don't know whether it was e-bikes, but it was a small, not a motorcycle, but a small motorized something that hit somebody in Newport.
Yeah,
Did
yeah.
you see that?
Yes.
And they're looking for they have the picture, but they're looking for whoever it was, two people on this particular motorized vehicle on the sidewalk, and people are jumping out of the way in Newport.
Wow.
And you can imagine Newport, this was around the 4th of July, wasn't it?
Crowded.
Oh, absolutely.
Yeah.
And somebody did get hit.
Wow.
And the Newport police are looking for them.
Yeah.
This happened to me here in Woonsocket. There are a lot of e-bikes in Woonsocket,
There are.
and I wonder, how are you affording all of these? These things are not cheap.
Well, they're not
But
cheap,
anyway,
yeah.
I was walking on the sidewalk. I'm on Clinton Street, over by where a KFC is.
Yeah.
Yep.
Yeah.
Okay, but I'm across the street.
Yeah.
On that side.
Yeah.
Walking up, and an e-bike passed me on the sidewalk. I was on the sidewalk, and he was on the sidewalk. E-bikes are silent. You
Yeah.
can't hear them
They come
Right.
up behind you.
behind me,
Yeah.
and he passed me.
Yeah.
I don't know how I didn't get hit.
Yeah.
I was shocked
See,
when
they
it went
don't
by
belong
me.
on a sidewalk.
No, they shouldn't.
They don't-
that's
they
right.
shouldn't be on the
Not only
sidewalk.
No, he's on the wrong side of the. You shouldn't be on the sidewalk. He's on the wrong side of the road.
Yeah.
You're supposed to be over there.
Yeah.
On the road, going with the traffic, not against it.
You know, another thing that's very dangerous is these scooters that you have
scooters.
go around Providence College, because I
Okay.
have grandkids that are in Providence College.
Yeah.
First of all, they're thrown all over the place. I don't know how they keep track of these bikes.
Well, they're free, right?
Well,
you take them from here, you put it back over here, and then someone else can take
but
it.
Don't they have to pay it to get it to go? I mean,
There may be a
I'm not
deposit that you get back.
Well, but besides that,
All right.
they're flying all over these sidewalks around the PC campus.
Yeah.
And I said this to one of my grandsons, and he said, you don't know how many accidents that have either somebody's on a scooter and loses control,
Yeah.
or almost hit somebody. There's more arguments about it, or fights, I should say.
I bet,
And
yeah.
So yeah, go around there.
All right.
It's
Well, now
amazing.
I'll stay away.
Yeah. No.
All right, we're going to take a break here on the Coffee and program and more coming your way. Right now, it's time for a look at the forecast being brought to you by Dell Technologies.
Sunny skies today with a high of 79 degrees and a breeze from the north. Tonight, mostly clear, overnight low of 55. Wednesday's weather, sunshine and 83. Thursday, sunshine and 89. Friday, sunny and hot with a high of 94. Saturday, some patchy fog in the morning, otherwise partly sunny skies with a high of 85. Sunday, partly sunny and 82. And next Monday, mostly sunny with a high of 87 degrees.
Outside the Navigant Credit Union broadcast studio at the corner of Park Ave and Kennedy Street, where we do have sunny skies and a temperature reading right here at 58 degrees. Wow. The new Dell AI PC with Intel Core Ultra helps you fast forward through your busy work, leaving more time for you time. Get yours at Dell.com/AIPC.
You manage your business, we'll manage your finances. With Navigant Credit Union's cash management services, you'll boost efficiency and enhance performance. From collections to disbursements, it's the expertise you didn't know you needed. Try Navigant Credit Union today. Federally insured by NCUA.
New World Wrestling Extreme presents Summer Sizzler 25. This Saturday, July 26th at the American Legion Post 85, 870 River Street, Woonsocket. In the main event, former WWE superstar Enzo Amore, now known as Real One, versus Steven Lust. The NWW Extreme Championship match, Sunset Steve Garcia versus Gus De La Vega. The NWW Extreme Women's Championship match, DJ Simone versus Big Juicy. Plus other matches. Tickets start at $15 and can be purchased online at nwwextreme.com or at the door. Summer Sizzler 25, live pro wrestling. This Saturday, July 26th, Post 85 on River Street in Woonsocket. Come meet and greet Real One, formerly WWE superstar Enzo Amore, from 3:30 to 6:30. Bell time at 7:30.
On ON Radio.
It's Coffee and here on ON AM and FM. Thanks for joining us. Joe Callahan here with Bill Murray and Linda Tebow. Well, it's the story that just won't go away. It's the fire at the nursing home in Fall River. Oh. Now the owners, the newest revelation, the owners of the Fall River nursing home where the deadly fire happened, say the sprinklers were tested days before the blaze. Mm-hmm. All right. A spokesman for the Gabriel House says regular testing of the sprinklers happened on July 8th, 5 days before the fire. Okay, but my question is, were they working during the fire? Yeah. I don't want to hear about your testing. Yeah. I want to know, did they work during the fire?
I think there's
and I don't know.
There's a news conference today.
Today that's going to come up
this afternoon. The district attorney and also the governor is supposed to be there.
What are they going to announce?
I don't know.
But it started with the investigation.
Yeah,
found out. Okay.
I think that if you have the district attorney, right? There's got to be something coming out.
There's something coming out.
Oh, it sounds like someone's going to be charged with something?
Well, the owner was not helpful at all.
I know, he wasn't cooperating.
And even the mayor
Mayor and the governor.
they both got very upset about it.
Yeah.
And he kind of backed off. He's now been cooperating.
He is now,
but he was not cooperating. And, the shame of it is it's an old building. I mean, I have family from Fall River. I don't know that particular but Fall River has a lot of old
A lot of old
buildings.
buildings that are made of wood.
Yeah, and it
So
doesn't take.
It wasn't built to be
a nursing
No.
home.
Well, it's not a nursing home.
Or assisted
It's
living.
an
assisted
assisted
living,
living
yeah.
That's right, I said
and
that wrong.
independent living.
Yeah, right.
Right,
It was
that's
both.
right.
But it was not built.
Was
with
it a
that in
hotel?
mind. It was a motel.
Was
okay.
it? Oh, I didn't.
Okay.
Motel or
Was
some
it?
kind.
It
Yeah,
could be.
yeah.
I don't.
Because
I don't
if you
remember.
look at it,
It looks like one motel.
Yes.
Yeah.
and
Now
it-
that you mention
yeah,
it. Yeah.
which doesn't.
Just it had like a.
Yeah, it was like a
Yeah.
thing. Yeah, but that's so sad.
Yeah.
But now, of course, they're going to have all these restrictions. As,
Oh yeah,
as they should,
we've come
and
out
should
with
have
all
been,
these
but,
rules.
Like the station fire.
Yeah.
Just like that.
And they just
like that.
they handicap everybody.
Yeah.
It's
Yeah.
it's not. But the problem is you call it assisted living and whatnot, but they had trouble getting some of these people out that were not
Yes.
mobile.
Well, that's
Well, who
Well,
allowed that?
exactly, and they weren't even on a floor that.
Was easy to get out. Yes, you're
in
absolutely.
and out
Yeah,
of
no.
egress is so important
Yeah.
in a fire.
Like Bill mentioned, new safety reforms are in effect as of today for the 273 assisted living facilities in the entire state of Massachusetts. In the aftermath of the fire in Fall River, the state's Executive Office of Aging and Independence is launching a statewide fire and safety initiative.
Right.
Every facility must conduct a fire assessment survey and implement other safety measures. The cause of the fire, well, maybe we'll find out what that. It's still under investigation.
Yeah.
But the Bristol District Attorney's Office needs a win because they had a major blunder last week because they announced a 10th person had died
Oh, I
in the
know,
fire,
yeah,
yeah.
and then they had to make an apology.
Yes.
But she eventually died.
She's still okay.
But
No,
No?
but a 10th person has now died,
Oh, yeah.
and
Yes,
a
well,
different
no,
a different
I thought it-
person.
A 10th
I thought it was
person
that
has
person.
died.
It's not. No, it's a different person that
Different
they mentioned the
person,
first
yeah.
time. Officials named 70-year-old Helena Lawler as the victim yesterday after notifying next of kin.
Mm-hmm.
So, the other woman was a 66-year-old woman who's still in intensive care.
But going back
So-
to the procedure, the other thing that kind of is, so they talked about having emergency practice.
Oh, do
need
drills,
to
yeah.
do
Yeah,
that,
drills.
Yes, yeah.
However, it's come out that they did have those, but that was only for the workers, not the
Not the,
not the people.
the
That's what I
residents?
heard.
Yeah,
Wow.
really?
And why wouldn't you have them for the patients? To big.
I don't know.
How do you know how quick you can get somebody out if you don't try it?
Is that a Massachusetts law? Or is that a,
I have
a
no idea.
town, city
Right.
law
Well,
for Fall River, or
usually
what?
those things are state laws, but the thing is
Yeah.
too,
Yeah.
when you're in that business, and they are a business,
Yeah.
you have to assess where you're putting these people.
Oh.
If you have somebody in a wheelchair or somebody that needs to walk, or
Don't put them up a third floor.
don't put them on the third floor.
Yeah.
And
Right.
first of all, she probably shouldn't even have a third
Right.
floor.
Right.
You
Yep.
shouldn't be higher than 2.
I think they had three floors though, didn't they?
I think there were
Yeah.
3.
Yeah,
Mhm.
but you think that's common sense.
Yeah.
But we were talking with Melissa Smith, who's over at St. Antoine Communities, and say,
Yes, she
okay,
is.
we need to, you move in and you have mobility, so we put you on the 3rd floor, but then over time,
Yeah.
you lose your
it. Yeah.
you lose your mobility. Okay, now we're going to move you down to the 1st floor. But we don't have room. All the
Right.
rooms are taken.
Yeah.
Now we have to wait.
Yeah. No,
Is that a
and-
situation here, too?
No, it is. No, and she's absolutely right.
Yeah.
That where she is, though, they don't have a 3rd floor.
Oh, well, no, not
Yeah,
at St.
yeah.
Antoine's
Not
they
at
don't.
St. Antoine's
But they
they
still do
don't.
the same thing. Well, we have to move you down to the
Yeah,
1st
right,
floor
yeah.
If you have something.
if something's open.
Yeah, yeah.
Right.
And
yeah.
or can we move somebody else upstairs? That
Yeah.
kind of thing. So,
Yeah.
but they did tell us about the drills that they do.
They do.
And that's a
Yeah.
part of her job when the drills are being done. She needs to take pictures and log it all
Yeah.
of what they're doing
Yeah.
and send it off to the state to make
Right.
sure we're
And
doing
they
it
need to-
correctly.
right, and they need to have, the evacuation.
Well, it's the liability. I'm not a lawyer, but the liability. Can you see this lawsuits coming out?
Oh,
as well?
This is
Yeah,
going to
they-
be.
the
I mentioned
lawyer-
that to Bob Lauder. I
Yeah.
said, it's too
Oh,
bad
yeah.
you can't practice in Fall River.
Yeah.
Oh my gosh,
Yeah.
the money
Lawyers were lined up.
I bet they- I bet
around the
they
block.
are.
You bet they are.
from the families.
And those
Oh boy.
And you know what?
Yeah,
It's not going to bring them back. But
No.
what they're going through
No.
is Outrageous.
All right, so on to better news. Well, I don't know if it's better news, but 50 miles off of Nantucket, there's a 13-foot great white shark swimming around.
Yeah, I saw that. They tagged
because they tagged them. It's a male. They tagged it about a year ago when it was off the Florida-Georgia coast, and it was, it comes up for the summertime. So
to visit,
just to say hi, like we all do. We all like going to the Cape.
Gotta go to the Cape.
You got to know what it is. The seals are very delicious.
It's the seals.
Time of the year.
That's where dinner is. So we go where dinner is. Yeah. So it's the largest great white tagged in the western North Atlantic by this company. And so when they say it's 50 miles off Nantucket, it doesn't say. Is it 50 miles to the south?
Yeah.
Is it off to the east? Or where is it actually swimming that we should know about? But it's 13 feet, 9 inches long. It weighs, I don't know how they know this, but it weighs 1,600 pounds. It's a good-sized shark.
It's not a baby.
No. They've named it Contender. So there you go. So just in case you happen to be going down Cape, Martha's Vineyard, Nantucket.
Please do not tell my wife this.
Too late.
We go down to the end of August. So last year it was funny that she won't go in the water.
No.
She will not go in the water. I love the water.
All right.
Well, do you know there's sharks around here? And I said, I'm not worried about it. They're going to get me. Let them try. She won't. She will not. If she hears this story, then it's definitely.
What about like up to her ankles?
Huh? No, she won't. She
no,
doesn't want to go near the water.
Not at all.
No, where they have the complex we're in that we had a timeshare for years. Has a pool too.
Yeah.
She'll go up to the pool. I'll sit on the beach and But anyway,
does she know sharks can't swim backwards? So if it comes up to her and grabs her,
I don't think she can.
It can't. The shark would have to turn all the way around to swim out to sea, and now they've beached themselves. They're not going anywhere.
I don't think she can.
She didn't care. Okay, that's
fine. She saw the movie.
That's it.
That's all that matters.
That's all she cares.
She saw the movie.
All right, Linda, Bill, do you know in your communities, do you have a water ban in North Smithfield? Water ban in Cumberland going on?
No.
I don't know if there's one. I don't think there's one in Woonsocket. There's one in
Blackstone. There always is.
Always is.
In the summertime, Blackstone always, because they have wells.
Oh, okay.
That's
all right.
Yeah.
We have wells too, but in Cumberland, but it's very well handled as far as the distribution of the water. North Attleboro just had to ban water.
That's right.
They just lost one of their wells.
Yeah.
And I can understand that. I mean, I think we had a ban actually when I was mayor for a short period of time.
Well, North Attleboro's thinking of dropping the ban tomorrow.
Oh, are they?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Just the recent heat, increased water use.
Yep.
It's just a drop in the water tank levels. So, okay.
Well, was it North Attleboro? No, it might have been Attleboro. Remember the big fiasco because the person who was in charge didn't handle the reservoir, which
that was
Attleboro, and that was a mess. But that was a human.
That was a human
mistake,
and
that caused them a nightmare on that. Yeah.
Before we have to take our next break, Bill, you must be as thrilled as everybody must be thrilled in Cumberland about Josh Lima, the head football coach at Cumberland High,
young man.
who resigned because he took a job in the
I
NFL.
Yes,
going to the Jacksonville Jaguars.
Isn't that awesome?
Well,
what's the buzz around town?
Well, in fact, a friend of mine just ran into him. I haven't seen him. He's a nice young man.
Mm-hmm.
I dealt with him. In fact, my son-in-law, when he was the athletic director, had a lot of contact with him, and he was telling me last night that it's well-deserved. He's a student of the game, but the connection is it's unbelievable.
Oh, with the new head coach?
He went to LaSalle with the Cohen, who was the coach.
New head coach there.
Cohen's father coached my two boys at Cumberland, and he was a great coach. And he went on to LaSalle. Well, his son,
I remember that.
His son
man.
was his son was like 3 feet high. I used to laugh when we get out on a practice to pick my kids and the kid would be in the back of the truck throwing the equipment out. And his father ready to, but look where he ends up as the head
coach of.
But his association with Lima began at LaSalle.
That's right. They played together.
And Lima's had a good record at Cumberland. He hasn't won the whole thing, but he's I think 1 year.
But he built up the program really well. So now it's, it's
very
extremely
dedicated,
strong.
Very dedicated.
We talked with Marty Crowley, the AD director now at Cumberland, athletic director, and they're thrilled that what he's got. But now they're quickly throwing together a committee because we got to get a coach. Football practice starts in 3.5 weeks.
Right. Yeah.
And the schools.
Kids very upset. The players
are
the
very players
upset.
Yeah.
Well, they should be happy for their coach.
They liked them.
Yeah.
And now they don't have a coach.
No, they don't. Yeah. But they will. And maybe one of the assistants bumps up the head coach.
I don't know.
So we'll see how that goes. But the school also lost a science teacher.
Oh, really?
So now we got
a science teacher.
Yeah. So now we got to. Can we find somebody to pick up the slack there? So they're scrambling as well. So it's twofold over there. All right. We're going to take another break here in the Coffee and program. More coming your way. We ask you to please stick around.
First news, best music. You're tuned to ON Radio.
This Entertainment Insider is sponsored by Progressive Insurance. Actress and model Brooke Shields has had a legendary career, but one aspect of that career made her write the book, Brooke Shields is Not Allowed to Get Old.
I've watched people get sort of personally affronted that I dare to be 60. I just sort of feel bad for them.
You could save big when you bundle your auto, home, motorcycle, RV, or boat. Visit Progressive.com.
Oh, no.
Ah, that's the sound of someone who's misplaced
my debit card.
Their debit card.
Where'd I leave that thing?
Not at the gas pump, or the checkout counter, or the roof of your car. Now, if he has the Chase mobile app, he can use Card Lock.
Wait, I could just lock my card.
Yep, just a few tippy taps on his phone, and that sound? That's peace of mind from Chase.
Chase mobile app is available for select mobile devices. Message and data rates may apply. J.P. Morgan Chase Bank N.A. Member FDIC.
Radio.
It's Coffee In here on ON AM and FM. Thanks for joining us. And we had the mayor of Woonsocket on last week on the Chris, Chris Beauchamp.
Well, he was on, huh?
What's that?
He was on.
He was on. Oh yeah.
Good
and just
Chris.
saying, he was just shaking his head because we said, just be glad you're not the mayor of Fall River because of what's going on with the fire. But also, a 44-year-old Fall River man faces multiple firearms charges. Other things are still going on in that city that are not good.
No.
Shootings and things like that. Police said officers found 2 illegal guns, ammunition, and cocaine during a warrant-authorized search of a residence yesterday. Paul Langley faces charges including possession of a firearm, possession of ammunition without a license, and drug trafficking. So, more bad stuff going on in Fall River down there. So, all right, so let's get off to other things, amusing stuff here. Anybody? We had a story yesterday. A woman, 100 years old, went skydiving for the 4th time.
Wow.
But she went to celebrate her. I was like, well, that's so good for her, that kind of thing. Yeah. But you never know when something like this might happen. And this happened in Tennessee. Skydivers okay after they landed in the trees. Got a little blown a little off course down there in Tennessee. And now you're hung up.
You're hung up all right.
Emergency crews were called to an area on Sunday. The Coffee County Emergency Management Agency says the skydiver was with 2 other people who were able to land safely, but they ended up in a wooded area while parachuting to the ground. First responders were able to get the skydiver down within about 30 minutes. This is like being stuck on the sky safari ride at Southwood Zoo.
Right. That's right.
No one seriously hurt.
No, well, that's good.
And I wonder if it wrecks your parachute. Does it rip?
It
Do you have to get another one?
Rip it.
I would think so. Now you got to go you got to go buy another one. So if you're gonna
my
keep doing
question
this.
is, are you going to go back and do it again?
Yes, they will. Skydivers are like that.
You're right.
So.
You're right.
One of my daughter's friends just went skydiving.
Really?
For the first time.
It's not on my bucket list.
It's not on mine, and
No.
and it's not cheap.
No, I'm sure it isn't.
This cost her $300.
Really? Wow.
I failed out in the service.
So you know what it's like.
You don't jump out of a good plane, right?
No. They wanted, they always, when you're as a recruit, and I was a pretty good athlete, and he wants you to go into the paratroopers. I said, I don't want to. But how they check you out, you have to jump off this high.
Oh, that tower.
Like a tower?
Yeah.
Okay.
I jumped it off, and I said, no, that's it.
That's high enough?
For me. I'm not doing it. And but you know who and I think it's great. You've probably heard it too about a lot of the Jim McLaughlin, who used to be the rep here in
Right,
Cumberland, has done it every year. Now Jim's got to be 78, 79, and he's done every year. He's jumped, and there's a lot of our officials, government officials, that jump. There's a certain date that they do
it's
it.
Is it legislative leap, they call it.
That's right.
Yeah.
Yep.
Yeah.
And I applaud them for it.
Yeah.
He tried to get me to do it. I said, "Nah, you're not getting me in there, Jim." Nope.
It's funny because
Yeah, right.
but they talk about it, and but once you do it once, you want to keep doing it.
Yeah.
Okay, well, I'm just going to avoid doing it once, and therefore I'm all set.
Yeah.
So,
I don't know how true it is, but they tell you too, if you go up, especially the new ones, if you're new at it, and they literally push you out the plane.
well, they're walking you out because
Yeah,
you're
they
tied to
walk
someone
you-
behind you that knows what they're doing.
You can't wait.
And then they're like,
You're
yeah,
gone.
because there's a small window.
Oh,
we got to jump now,
Yeah, right,
or we
right.
can't, kind of thing. So we're going
I'll
out.
take
So
the can.
Yeah, I'll watch from. I'll watch
Yeah,
from
I'll
down.
watch it and I'll go.
how about this?
Yay.
Earth is going to spin a little faster today, an estimated 1.34 milliseconds quicker than the typical 24 hours. I don't think we're going to notice it. It'll create the second fastest day in recorded history. But to be fair, records have only been kept since 1973. So the shortest day was July 5th, 2024. The Earth's rotation experiences fluctuations due to a number of factors, including the moon's gravity, atmospheric changes, and the behaviors of the planet's liquid core. So we're spinning just a little bit faster.
We're spinning all right. That's a true statement.
Spinning, right?
So yeah, that's what if you feel it yourself going faster.
Get me off the merry-go-round.
There's a reason. Let's see. He tried to get away with it in San Antonio, but he didn't. New details in the arrest of a man in San Antonio, Texas. He's accused of killing his wife and hiding her corpse for more than a month. Got caught. The arrest report suggests the cops in San Antonio were tipped off by the son of Charles Bird. Jared Bird called 911 saying that his dad confessed to the crime. And when the cops arrived at their home, it was Jared who led them to the plastic-wrapped body, which was surrounded by flies. Well, that's what happens. The sheriff said over the weekend that Bird admitted to killing, saying it was his first crime, and, he said, go big or go home. What a stupid quote to say.
Well, they just had similar. Was it Chicago that they just had? Guy had a girl for 2 or 3 months. Was this on the news?
That was
I think
already
it was
dead?
Chicago, yeah. They
He
found
kept her?
They
Wow.
found he claims that she died from an overdose. And they've arrested. It's illegal. And
Yes, it is
arrested
illegal.
him. So I think it was Chicago. It's either New York or Chicago, but I think it was Chicago.
Wow.
They just announced that and kept the body. And it's a sick world out
Yeah.
there. Let's
Got a note sent to me. The Earth is spinning faster, and there's a question mark. That explains why I woke up a little dizzy today.
That's good.
There
That's
you
good,
go. That's
yeah.
right. So, all right, this is a little bizarre. Well, of course, it's California, so more than 4. Did you allow your kids to have guinea pigs or hamsters
No
as
way.
pets?
No, we
okay.
didn't have guinea
More than
pigs.
400 guinea pigs are safe after being rescued from a Los Angeles home. 400.
Oh my God.
The nonprofit group Southern California Guinea Pig Rescue, and there's such an organization, says it got a call to rescue about 200 guinea pigs from the home of a hoarder being evicted in South Los Angeles. But when rescuers arrived, they found more than 400, many of them diseased. Mostly going to have to be put down, I
Can
think.
you imagine the smell in that
Oh,
place?
my gosh. The
Oh,
group
my.
posted on social media it was able to save only about 33 of them. That's not a lot. All pregnant females. So if you want to adopt one, call the Southern California
We don't have
Guinea
pigs,
Pig
but
Rescue.
The poor little things, that's.
Yeah. Wow.
You know.
Well, it's if you're a hoarder, and you start off, I don't know, with 2.
And
Guess what?
Guess what? You're gonna have lots
They're going to
more.
multiply.
Multiple ones.
Yeah.
Did I ever tell you
They
a
stay
story?
over what period of time?
No.
Oh,
No, and I don't know if she got, maybe she got 20 at one time. I don't know.
Holy
But just, how do you feed them? I mean, they don't eat a lot, but mostly lettuce. But
you've read many stories too, not 400, but these people, cats.
Cats, oh yeah.
And they go in and these.
There's like 20 or 40 of them.
20, 30, and they found them. Oh, God.
Terrible conditions. Yeah. I don't know if I ever told you this story. It was told by my college professor I had, and him and his wife were having dinner at another college professor's home. Another man and woman, and the woman he was having, the couple they were having dinner with were also college professors, so very high educated people, and they had 2 cats, and they couldn't understand how the female kept getting pregnant. And my professor, well, isn't it obvious? He says to them. And they said, no, what's going on? Because we don't let them out. That was another point. We don't let them out. We don't know how they're getting pregnant.
Yeah.
They go, but they're male and female. And so a college professor, okay, but they're brother and sister.
Oh my God. Well,
and thought they wouldn't do that. They're brother and sister.
Doesn't this explain some of the professors that we?
Well, I guess it does.
Yeah, well, I was going to say, no wonder our kids are in trouble.
Well, this was close to 40 years ago.
But this sums
I got
everything
this
up.
story.
It
does.
It's got worse.
So my professor had to tell them, had to educate them.
Oh my God.
Only humans have morals. When it comes to this, and they were shocked.
Yeah,
that this was happening.
They brothers and sisters, so there won't be any.
That's right. That's right.
But they forgot to tell the cats.
No one told the cats.
Oh my God Almighty!
Isn't that a funny story?
No. Yeah, it's a funny story, but it's unfortunately it's sad.
It is sad that they had to be told this. So, but anyway,
and they're teaching our kids.
Well, they weren't teaching them biology, so we're all set there.
Scary part.
So yesterday we had the story, and I hate Bill when it comes to this. I hate when politics gets involved with sports, and we had the story yesterday.
I don't argue.
Donald Trump is thinking of stopping
the name.
The Washington Commanders want a new stadium in Washington D.C. and he wants to squash it because he wants them to change their name back to the Redskins.
Yep.
I'm like, why are you involved at all in this at all? And then I thought, why does he want us to focus on this?
Right.
What is he not wanting us to focus on? I'm like,
it's a way to work.
Is this to get us away from why the Jeffrey Epstein list has not been released? Here, worry about this for a little while, and maybe that'll go away somehow. Yeah. Or is there something else that we don't know?
If you watch him, he's into everything.
I know.
I don't think he's trying to sidetrack it, but
no?
he's into everything. He just doesn't stop for 1 minute.
But this doesn't affect him personally.
No, but he's.
So why does he have? Well, he can have an opinion on it, and I don't think the Commanders should have changed their name either 5 years ago, but okay, they did, and that's their choice. But to block having a new stadium for them because you don't like the name, cut it out.
Yeah. I have to agree that the name, I'd like to see the Redskins back.
Well, my husband did too. Same thing, yeah.
I had to admit to it.
He was the same thing, yeah.
I'm on his side this time.
Yeah. Well, and the same thing with the Cleveland Indians of the baseball. I'm still having a hard time coming up with Guardians. It's like because I don't know what it is.
I never remember it.
I never rember it either. That's right. That's right. Who are these people? All right. So yesterday, sad news. The actor Malcolm Jamal Warner played Theo Huxtable on Cosby, drowned on a family vacation.
He was trying to save somebody, though.
Was he? I haven't heard that part.
No,
I didn't know if he drowned in a pool or in the ocean.
He was trying to rescue somebody.
Was he?
What I had heard. Yeah.
Wow. Okay. But the first thing I thought of was Bill Cosby, and whatever you think of Bill, fine.
But he was fine.
But I'm thinking, Bill Cosby's had a family, only had one son. Was murdered in 1997. Yeah. The Cosby Show, one son, and now that one's gone. Yeah. I said he must be. Oh my! What is going on? Yeah. Kind of thing. He did come out and he did make a statement. He called Malcolm just a great studier who he enjoyed working with, saying the two continued to speak regularly long after the Cosby Show came to an end.
Yeah, and he also mentioned that he had a knack of walking away from a conversation without having a fight.
Malcolm did?
Yeah.
Oh, well, good for him.
He had a very good. It came on it was on the radio this morning.
Mhm,
That's why I heard it. He just had that knack of, not carrying on a fight.
It's come to a point.
Yeah, and
it's not going any farther.
right.
So we're just going to end
That's
the
what he
conversation
mentioned.
here.
Yeah.
That's
But
good. That's a good
they showed
trait to
some
have.
of his old reels.
Yeah.
And he was funny.
He was very funny.
You really,
He had some great lines.
And that show happened to be a great show.
Oh,
Yes.
it was a very good
Forgetting how it ended, which
Yep.
was a shame, but
Mhm.
the show was fun. I mean, that's another one you and I were talking about, Joe, about these old shows, and you go back, even though you don't like Lawrence Welk. I mean, Lawrence Welk was good.
Looking back at it as an adult,
Yeah.
you especially the musicians, you're like, wow, they're really good.
Yeah. Oh,
They're
no.
good and they're tight, and there's never an issue. There's never a missed note somewhere. It's
No,
like, wow,
no, they were
they
good.
are really,
They were
really talented. But when you're 7 years old and 8 years old, and you just want to watch Mickey Mouse, the clock just doesn't move fast enough. I just want to watch Disney. When is this going to end? Thank you. All right, that'll do it for the show for today. Thank you very much for listening in. It's always appreciated. Bill Murray, thanks for coming in today.
Oh, thanks for having me.
All right, and Linda Tebow, thanks for being here.
My pleasure.
All right, stay tuned. Gary Smith and the crew. Do you remember is coming up after the 9 o'clock news here on ON Radio.
Broadcasting live and local daily from the Navigant Credit Union broadcast studio at the corner of Park Avenue and Kennedy Street. This is WOON Woonsocket Radio. And now, the news.
NBC News Radio, I'm Michael Kastner. Some civil rights activists are criticizing the release of Martin Luther King Jr.'s assassination files. The Trump administration released thousands of pages yesterday, all related to King's 1968 death. Reverend Al Sharpton called it a desperate attempt to distract from the firestorm over Trump for not unsealing files over Jeffrey Epstein's death.
We're chasing something from decades ago while they're avoiding